This is my 1994 Nissan Sentra. It has a key structural problem, and that is that it's front wheel drive, so it's a little bit understeery. But we're gonna balance that out today with the absolute best modification you can do to a front wheel drive car. Check this out. This is a box, and inside of this box is what's called a sway bar. Well, more commonly referred to as an anti-roll bar, but the term roll bar is actually more referred to things like this. The sway bar is mounted right here. This little guy right here. Oh, we got black widow webs on this one. All right, heck yeah. So what the sway bar actually does is it controls the spring rate left to right. So if this wheel goes up, this spring rate actually gets softer because it's working against the spring over there. Why is that good? Well, it stops the car from rolling over on itself, controls that body roll. It also controls how much pressure is on each tire. You don't want a super aggressive spring rate on the tire that's on the inside of the turn when everything's being put on the outside. You want a nice soft inside tire, so the sway bar just adjusts for that. Pretty simple. The key concept here is basically that the sway bar can balance the handling front to rear.
Step 1, pull it out. Don't let it hit your foot. Next, remove the old sway bar. Start by undoing the upper links, then the lowers, and then finally the mounts. These sway bars can weigh a few pounds, so make sure it's not falling out and hitting you either. If you haven't already, go ahead and remove the wheels. You can do this by hand, but if you've got an impact, it makes life real easy. Remove the rear bolt to your radius rod and then go ahead and slide the first piece of bracketry onto the bolts. You'll slip it right back in and then we'll put the nut on. We should be good to go.
So this guy right here, when the suspension compresses, this needs to be flat up and down or perpendicular. This mounting surface needs to be perpendicular to the sway bar. If it's at an angle, it has a chance of like binding up or rotating, and we don't want that. So I'm just gonna go a little bit off like that, and then I'm just gonna tighten it from the outside here, because if I rotate the inside, then we have a chance of this bracket rotating. Cool. We've got our bolt here, and then we need to do a spacer. Then, oh gosh. Then our female hind joint, and then the other spacer here. Oh, that's a tight fit. Holy cow. Nice, okay. Wow, that is a freaking juicy fit though, wow. It is time to make the sway bar happen.
Go ahead and mount the sway bar to the end links. That way it's kind of floating in there. We'll work on mounting it next.
We need to take our bushing and we need to put a lot of this grease in here. We need to save some for the other side too.
Once you've got the bushings greased and mounted on the sway bar, you can use the bracket to mount it to the mounting position. A quick note on mounting your sway bar though.
Now before we tighten these down, we want the sway bar to move around because we want the sway bar to be the same height on both sides, and there's a little room for play here. So we want the sway bar to be flat to the suspension locations, not flat to the car. Because if you have any preload on one side or the other, it's gonna push the other side down like you're turning already. It'll handle great one way, it'll handle suck the other.
Here you can see one of the real benefits to this sway bar. Not only is it thicker, but it's got 3 mounting positions. All 3 of these allow for different amounts of sway control, which means you can tune the suspension into the tires, the body roll, and your exact application. Think of this like the ultimate coilover version of a sway bar. Now, a side note, if your car has rubber bushings, you'll want to have the car down and under compression before you tighten all of the suspension joints. However, this car has all polyurethane bushings and heim joints for the sway bars, so we can just go ahead and tighten it because when we put it on the ground, it's going to rotate on those grease joints anyways.
All right, well, that's how you install a Progress sway bar on a front wheel drive car. Pretty much the same. This little Nissan Sentra, if you got like a Pulsar or something, it'll be basically the exact same. Honda Civic's gonna be almost exactly the same. It's all the same stuff. Anyways, let's go take this thing for a drive and see how it really feels.
It's insane.
Tires are a little cold.
What the fuck? Holy shit! It just takes it. Just takes going for a fucking bobbing. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's stellar. That's
Really
fucking
predictable, right? You see me fucking catch
there's no way my car could even fucking